starters, everybody, and welcome to another video on my channel. A video that I hope to not having to make that soon. It is Monday today, so 3 days after I filmed my video on the question of whether I'm staying or leaving, and today, unfortunately, I'm leaving.
Scattered like trees, sometimes in line, but I'm down all the time. Wait, but still, it's trouble by trouble by trouble by trouble. Too late, it's all trouble by trouble by trouble by trouble now.
This is the airport here. This is supposed to be very crowded. It's very weird to see that few people here at the airport and generally in Madrid. It's a bit scary. It makes you feel like you're doing something you're not supposed to do. I mean, you're definitely not supposed to go out currently if it's not absolutely necessary, but for me it is today. Also interesting realization. I said in my last video that Spanish people seem to be very respectful of keeping the distance. I think Spanish people are much more social and outgoing normally, but in a situation like this where it's necessary, they're also more willing to keep the distance. At least that's something that I realized, because here at the airport with more international people, there's not so many people keeping the distance. And I would say, I think half of the people is wearing a face mask. Well, maybe a little less than half. I just brought my bandana. Maybe I shouldn't touch it because I clipped my microphone to it, but I'm wearing that most of the time. It was just 3 days ago that I was very insecure about whether I should be leaving or shouldn't. And I wrote a mail to the German authorities, like those that are responsible for Germans who are not in their home country at the moment. And I got an automatic response saying that they're currently not handling messages about COVID-19 because they're getting too many and they have other tasks now. I don't know what other tasks, but whatever. University also is not going to answer me on a Sunday, and I was just checking for flights just in case I would make the decision to leave, or that they would advise me to leave. And then I realized how few flights there were left. And I just realized I would have to leave within 1 day or two, or otherwise I might be in the situation where I'd be trapped in this country for 3 to 4 weeks at least. So I'm flying home today. I'm flying to Paris and then to Amsterdam. My dad's gonna pick me up there. So I should be home by this evening. I'm very sad, but I think it's the right thing to do in this moment. Sometimes when there's a battle between brain and heart, sometimes you really have to listen to rational arguments and the brain has to win. So I'm not really super convinced that I will be able to come back, but I'm really, really hoping I will.
Right, laid at the sea, nothing makes sense, don't know what you mean. You can't put all things aside, there's no way out, God knows I've tried. For better or worse, it's trouble by trouble by trouble by trouble. So save your tears, 'cause it's trouble by trouble by trouble by trouble now.
Safely arrived in Amsterdam. All my luggage made it here, which is something for some reason always kind of worried about. Very interesting to see how the current corona situation was handled at the different airports and airplanes in Madrid and Paris. There were announcements on the loudspeakers every 5 minutes saying to keep your distance. And in Madrid there were very few people, and in Paris I would say relatively much. I mean, I expected less in the current situation. That's what I'm meaning to say with that. Also very different how the airlines handled it. So with Air France, that flight was booked out. There were no empty seats in between, no safety distance, also not in the buses getting us to the terminal. And at KLM, this was very different. They had like a safety announcement before the flight, and there were empty seats in between the seats. So they were like handling that situation very, very different. So interesting to see that. And I think by now I am very okay, maybe even happy to be home. You can understand. Like in the first moment, I was very, very sad. With ongoing hours, when I was packing, I accepted it more and more. And for some reason, as soon as I was in this Dutch airplane and hearing Dutch again, I felt kind of like a little bit excitement about going home. I don't know. I had this thing in Madrid as well. Whenever I heard Dutch, that I was very, very happy. And so yeah, I think by now I'm kind of okay with being home, still hoping to go back, even though I'm not very convinced it will happen. But I will keep you updated. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day, stay safe. Hasta luego and bye.